Hey guys, welcome back. This is ChosenArchitect, and today we're going to be working on the Void Ore Miner Tier 3. I hope that you guys are ready. Alright guys, so currently we have done a lot of stuff. Let me kind of get some stuff off the screen here. I've done a lot off camera, mainly doing more research. I am to the point now where we could technically build a spaceship and go to a different dimension, but there is one caveat. We have to wait for more fuel, and I'm currently working on it. It is a kind of slow process for me anyways, because I haven't done anything real fancy with this mod, so I haven't set up a lot of automation or anything like that, which is possible. You can do a lot of automation and stuff like that with this mod. It's definitely doable. I'm just taking my time, doing it a little bit slower than probably the intended method. So what I'm doing is I'm building up this fuel, which is actually, it's just a giant tier here. This is the tools that I've unlocked. Let's go to the basics section and show you all that I've unlocked so far. So I have moved past progression 3 and into space travel. And yeah, you can read that if you want. I've already done this. And this is research item, the onboard computer, which I have already done. And this is the section that unlocks space travel. So you're going to need thrusters, you're going to need a teleporter so you can travel to the ground whenever you finally get to the planet you're trying to get to. The onboard computer is going to basically detect all the blocks that are surrounding it and make sure you're in an enclosed space and that it has power and that there are tanks, fuel tanks with fuel in them. And then you're also going to need the coordinates, and this is the quest line right here. As you can see, this is the telescope that we need to make. And we just right click with it as soon as we make it, and it will give us a coordinate. So we'll get into this soon. I need to build a spaceship first. That is one of the things. You have the navigation and control, and I did read through some of this just to kind of make sure everything is going to be set up in my head, so I know how to build the computer or build the spaceship to make it not, super big, but make it big enough that it is going to fit all of our stuff. It doesn't have to be, large. It doesn't have to be small. It can be whatever you want to make it look like. I mean, you can make it look like the little icon that's right here if you wanted to. You can make it look like the, classic NASA spaceship, if that's what you want to do. Like the old Apollo spaceship. You can do whatever you want. That's up to you. But how I'm going to do it, I'm going to try and make something look kind of futuristic. Not too big. It'll be kind of small. It'll be big enough for one person, which is all that I'm traveling with. I'm going to leave all my pets here. You guys are going to have to stay, guys. Also, we have some new pets. Meet the cage cats. Yeah, these are the cage cats. And they're in here for a reason. There's 3 of them, actually. They're just kind of, well, maybe there's 3. I thought there was 3. There may be 2 now. One of them may died. Oh no, one's buried down in here somewhere. But yes, these are your normal cats, and what they're doing is they are making balls of fur, and that's why I have them in here. Balls of fur. They give you a bunch of random resources, and we could, of course, always use those later on. And then I have Parrot 1 and Parrot 2. Maybe you guys can come up with some names for these guys. That would be awesome. Link down in the comments. That, or I could just base it off my Patreon list and start naming, using some name tags and start naming these guys. That's what I probably should do. Just sit there and name them after some of my awesome Patreons that we have on here. And yeah, look, I mean, these are really cool. Let me I'll demonstrate what this is. If you've never seen this before, you take some balls of fur and you just right click with them, and they're gonna give you random resources. Like that one gave me gravel. This one gave me some raw fish or raw salmon. So yeah, nothing fancy there. By the way, I have been working on today's video. We are going to be making the Tier 3 Void Ore Miner. We have to get that thing done. The sooner we get it done, the better off we're going to be. And it's going to open up more resources. We can't even do this. Let me kind of show you here under Reaching the Stars. We can't even start this, really, until we have the resources in that miner. Like, we can't do that because you get rock crystals in the Tier 3 ore miner. Let's go to Tier 3. We can see that you get rock crystals in here. You also get this magnetite ore, which I didn't have to necessarily get it from here, because if you go adventure down in those chests, down in those future pack mines, they are, or future pack dungeons, they're in those chests. You just have to find them in the chests. They're plentiful, believe me, they're there. I found plenty. And I do want to go over a few tools that I got from Future Pack before we actually carry on. That is the neon sword, which I think you can make it neon. You can make the yellow one. I'm going to go with blue. I kind of like it. It's like a little lightsaber. But if you jump and you strike a mob with it, there's a chance that it'll give it that neon, what is it called? It's like, it like paralyzes the enemy and makes them blind. It makes them see black and white. And it's really handy. Like, I was testing it out in the moon, and I mean, it's really handy. You do this, I was able to two-shot a bear. Like, this thing will kill almost every single mob that I've come across in a minimum of 2 hits. Especially if you paralyze it on the first one, it doesn't actually come after you anymore. It just kind of sits there and doesn't know what to do. Now, the next thing I made was the grappling slime. This guy, these all charge with neon, and it doesn't. They don't use much neon, but this thing is incredibly awesome. I want to go to this top of this mountain over here. Why not? I just shoot at it, and yeah, that's right. I am literally traveling all the way over here, and it looks like it does have a timer. I don't know. I mean, I've used it before. Maybe if you hold the space bar, it doesn't actually disconnect. It does disconnect over time. But I mean, this thing will pull you a long distance, and I mean, it's really handy. And if you want it to stop in the middle, you just right click as if it was a fishing rod. I mean, that's exactly how this thing works. This thing is awesome. And then also, I set up this guy. So, I finally set him up. So whenever it rains, he emits a redstone signal. So I have it hooked up to a comparator. The comparator is going to send the redstone signal up here, activating the redstone, and it's going to just do one quick tick, because it's going to turn this on, and then with the dropper doesn't continue to push items out. It'll only do one, based off of one redstone signal. So this guy will tell it when it's raining. This is going to spit out a sunflower. This guy is going to accept that sunflower and then make it not raining. So I don't have to worry about rain anymore. It is automated over here. And yeah, works for the whole world. Pretty handy. That's how you automate that. If you're interested, that's how you do it. I mean, it's super simple. Like, I have this enclosed so to make sure that the dropper actually drops it directly here, because if not, it'll spit it out over here. And yeah, you don't want it doing that. You just want it to go right there. But yeah, let's go ahead and get started with this. We're going to have to tear it down, so that's what I'm about to do. Also, I did upgrade the cabling. This accepts like 5,000 plus RF, like 5,028 or something like that. Some weird number. Because this thing is actually using like almost 1,500 RF. And you may notice I also, let me bring that back in. I also removed all of this stuff that was here, because it's actually not in the pack anymore. So I'm trying to figure out a way to make my current power self-sustaining, so I don't have to worry about it. And right now, I have it set up to only send an Ender Pearl every 1,000 ticks, and it still seems like that's more than enough to keep up with everything. You can see this is draining, starting to drain from our main power cells. That's at 8 million RF currently. Well, if I notice that this is draining this too fast, and I have this thing with a few Ender Pearls in it, and this is draining this way too fast and starting to get really low, all I gotta do is lower this time, and it should pick up. I tested out 800 ticks, and it seemed like it was keeping these too full. So I'm just gonna try out different times and see what we could find. And that's until I can set up a spawner to be able to just automatically fill this with Ender Pearls. With Ender Mites and stuff like that, and some awesome automation that I'm planning on doing later on. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this pack. I have a lot of good plans for some stuff that we're going to do. It's just implementing those plans and getting those things going. I'm kind of curious at this point. Why is everything on fire? I've been noticing this. I don't know if that's something new that has been happening. But I don't remember there being just fire everywhere. You know? Like, is that new? I noticed some random fire that was happening. And, well, yeah, now you can see it's just, there's starting to be fire everywhere. I'm gonna stay in this planet. I mean, I want to be on this planet mainly because there's no hostile mobs I have to worry about. The lag is like near to nothing. There's like hardly any lag I'm noticing on this world. And yeah, I want to stay here for right now until we find a better planet to move to. Because yeah, it's working out for me here. Alright guys, so I have noticed some strange lighting effect that happens on this planet. We have to go here because we need to set up a few things. We need to grab a few things as well. I want to kind of take this, not the neon. I would like those neon crystal blocks though. I need some marble because we have a couple of prerequisites to kind of get done, and it involves getting into just a little bit of Astral Sorcery right off the bat. And then I'm going to need this setup here. I'm going to need my power cell. I'm going to need you. And I can leave this here. I'm not too worried about it. I can always come back and grab my chest later. Yeah, all we really need is that little bit of marble. I don't think there's anything else in here that's of any use. Oh wait, we need the resonating ore that we gathered from here as well. There is resonating ore, by the way, underneath here. But we did gather some of that. And we also need to kind of look around this planet because you'll see some structures that are part of Astral Sorcery. And then you also may find some stuff in some sand as well. So keep an eye out for that. That's what I'm currently looking for right now. So if you see some big bodies of water, that's what you're going to want to look for. All right, so this is definitely one of the structures we're looking for. Now, I did already go through this one earlier, a couple episodes ago, just to find out where the chest was and to see what was in these chests. And yeah, everything is actually in these chests that we are going to need. I'm pretty sure it's the same loot pool that is normal for Astral Sorcery. And then look at that, we got Arma. Pretty cool. You are going to get these in every single one of these you find. Most likely you'll find one of these. But if you don't find aquamarine in there, you can find aquamarine in pools like this and find pretty large quantities of it actually. And we're going to need to find it, find as much as we can. By the way, using this slime tool is really handy in the water. Just in case you didn't know. As you can see, it like pulls you out and everything. So, and you can travel really fast with it. But yeah, we're gonna need to grab some aquamarine because it's actually required in the section that we're doing right now. And you can see it's getting dark. I mean, this world is so cool, so cool. But yeah, we should be able to get aquamarine in other ways other than this. I mean, this is one of the better ways to find it. But once we get stuff going later on, aquamarine is not even going to be an issue anymore. We can just generate it with a generator, which will be really nice. So, yeah, it's starting to get dark on this planet. What is going to happen now is I'm going to get my crafting table on a stick, and we're going to take some of this marble, ender pearl, 2 aquamarine, and we're going to get a resonating wand. And then since it's becoming dark, and we are going to start seeing mobs soon, once it becomes fully dark, which I don't think it's quite there yet, it does get really dark and cool looking on this planet. Yeah, and then you have blizz that spawn, or I think they're not blizz, blitz that spawn. And then we're going to kind of go around here, avoiding them, holding our wand. And we're going to be looking for, like, little rays of light. And now it has become full darkness. So, yeah. Ow. Oh, man. Yeah, this is... this is the painful part, because these guys spawn, and then you also have the other ones that spawn. I can't think of their name. What are they called again? The basalts. I think that's what they're called. But yeah, you're going to look for a little area like this. This is what I'm looking for. And they're going to be all over the place. But man, these things spawn like crazy because there's nothing else spawning, so it's just them that spawn. And they become overwhelming. You're going to have some placement blocks or something to kind of help you. Uh-oh. This is not good. There we go. Okay, so I ended up just digging a hole down and ended up finding the rock crystal that was down here. For some reason, the builder doesn't... I don't know, maybe it doesn't work with the builder. I thought it might, but apparently it doesn't. But I accidentally broke it as I was coming down here. One little quick boop, and Yeah, it broke the rock. So now I'm just picking up the bits and pieces, and hopefully I should be able to gather them all, right? Was there only 2 down here? I think there was. Yeah, they'd be really shiny if there was more than that. But I think 2 is fine. That is going to be plenty. So let's go ahead and head back to our base. We actually have everything we need now, I'm pretty sure, to make the void ore miner. All right, so we're back. We have just about everything for the void ore miner tier 3. I have just about, I think I have every, I have all of the cryonite that I need. The iridium I have, the resonating plates I'm fixing to get done. The emeralds, we have all that stuff. But the resonating ore, we're gonna need about 6 of them. I think that's all we're gonna need, no big deal. I'm gonna throw them in here. By the way, I did upgrade this thing to the highest tier. And if you guys are having issues figuring out how to get cryothium, here's some blizz powder. And to get blizz powder, you actually just need snowballs. I think I have snow in here. And I'll kind of show you, if you do this, I've actually done this before. Make a snow block, and then you hold shift on it. As you see, I started with 4, now I have 8. I just doubled my output. And yeah. You can just get tons of snowballs that way. That's one way of doing it if that's what you're wanting to do. And yeah, you can just keep doing this until you have all the snowballs you could ever want. Make sure you have a clear slot in your hand. Otherwise you will throw them and then just be ruined. Yeah, I don't know why they keep going into that slot. But just throw that in here. Not in here. My bad. That makes water. I don't know why I just did that. But you need to take some experience, which you get from your liquefied experience. You get your XP drain from open blocks, and your little open blocks drain, or reservoir down there. And then you just throw your snowball in here. It's going to throw that in there. Bam. I'm going to make sure to keep a little bit on me just so I can repopulate that later on. And yeah, this is going to make blizz powder. So that's just one way to do it. So, alright. While we were doing that, we should have our resonating stuff done. There's the 48 plates. We're going to need to take those, turn them into blocks. We're going to need 5 of these blocks. And there we go. Perfect. So that's one step done. Now we are going to need to get our wand here. I did go ahead and tear this down. I just want to make sure. I need 56 structure frame tier 3, so we should be able to make those here soon. And then I need 52 structure panels, which I'm pretty sure I have everything I need for this. I just need to make sure I have all of the diamonds. And diamonds. I have a few blocks. That should be plenty of diamonds. And let's go ahead and take a look here. So the I guess it's structure block tier 3. Or structure frame. This is where we're going to need 56 of those, I do believe it said. So let's go ahead and get 56 of them. This is the main part that is going to take a lot of those materials that we had to wait for. But yeah, 56 should be exactly how many we have. I'm missing 1. There we go. There's the last one. Perfect. And then we need structure panels. I think it was 52 we needed. Or wasn't it? We need 52 structure panels. That's just for the main structure. Then we needed, let's check this again. We need 8 null modifiers. So let's go ahead and get a few more modifiers. I think currently we have 4. So we're going to need 4 more. There we go. That will equal 8. And then last but not least, we are missing the laser core, 4 of them, and then a laser of any, or a lens of any type. Okay. So core, I think we only need 4 cores, right? Was it not 4? Yeah, 4 cores. And our lens. Okay, so that's that. And then we also need we need these blocks. And what other blocks do we need? We need the cryonite blocks. I don't know how many we need of those. How many was it? I think it was... Was it 6 we needed? 6 in total. Perfect. That should be perfect. Yeah, 6. And then we need some aquamarine. We need 6 aquamarine emeralds. 2 lovely emeralds. Aquamarine that we gathered earlier. And then we're going to need one of the gems. Okay. So this should be just about everything. I think. Let's just double check. And then we need a rock crystal that we got just a little bit ago. Okay. Rock crystal. I know, guys. A lot of stuff to be able to get this, but it's going to be well worth it in the end. So let's go ahead and go to the Misty World, which is where our crafter is located. And we should be able to craft the tier 3 void ore miner. Oh, we just need our other one. I forgot. Let's go back home. Gotta love dimension jumping. Let's hope it loads quite well. There it goes. Okay. Took a second, but it got it. Let's pick those up. We will hook those back up later. And yeah, we'll head back to the Misty World. Back and forth as we go. Lovely. Alright, and to make this guy... Oh yeah, void ore miner tier 3. I don't think that unlocks anything. But it is required, believe me. Awesome. So... we should have some building blocks. We're going to need some building material. I think this actually goes up one more higher than the original does. That was where the other one was at. I think this one goes up just one more higher. Totally forgot that I had that in my inventory. We will bounce over here. Throw that down. There we go. Toss the void ore miner down here. And I hope that I have enough room cleared out for everything. If not, it's okay. I understand. I will just make room for it. All right. Okay, so I think that this is going to have to be expanded out a little bit more. It's weird. I guess, oh, it goes around all around the outside. Like this. Oh, good. It just barely comes in contact with this. I don't think it's going to, like, cause any conflicts, but it does, like, barrel right through that. Okay. And I hope this is in the way. It looks like it might be. I don't know. We'll find out as we continue. Slowly but surely making it all. Alright, what am I missing? What am I missing? Is it done? Guys, it looks done. Looks like it's built. It's running. It's functional. Oh man, this thing is huge. This thing is a big machine, man. Good, good, good. Okay, it didn't actually, you know, bother things too much. It is right there in the way of the windmill. Okay, well... that's interesting. I think this can all go back as we had it. Just like so. Oh, actually, I think this does not go there. This block doesn't go there, I mean. There we go. And the rest would be dirt. Man, guys, we have the tier 3 void ore miner. Looks like it's probably gonna be a little OP as well. The higher tier you go, the faster this machine goes, the better your outcomes are. Like, you get some really good stuff. I'll have to turn that to grass later. All right. Let's hop up in here and get this thing hooked back together with our HV cable. Awesome. And we need to give ourselves a little platform so we can come up here with our chest. And guys, we are getting somewhere in this pack, man. Ah, so nice. How much power is this using now? Almost 2,000 RF a tick. So, yeah, this guy is definitely going to be plowing through the materials. Look at that. We've already got the magnetite ore. That is one of the things in the list that we need. Man, we are flying, guys. We are flying through this pack. There was actually a lot to today's episode, to getting to this thing. Like, you actually had to do quite a bit. Look how overwhelming this thing is, though, compared to the other guy. It's so cool looking. This is not what they used to look like. So, since Environmental Tech updated, since 1.10, I've actually never seen this. So yeah, the tier 3 is actually quite large. Interesting. So, my plan is to eventually have this hooked up to an ender chest so I can process all of these materials and have them go into the proper chests. So we can set an ender chest up to house all of these items and have them automatically go into our system via a storage bus. Or not a storage bus, an import bus. I'd rather import the items because there's a lot of items that are a part of these chests that I want to void off. I don't want massive amounts of. So I think what I might do is extend this drawer wall and have more drawers connected to it. And just make it a drawer wall. I think that'll probably be the most efficient way to handle this. And then have certain things voided off. So that way we don't overcrowd our storage here. I know we are filling this storage up quite fast and stuff like that, but yeah, this is working out quite nice. We are getting somewhere, guys. I hope you guys are enjoying this series. If you are, you guys know what to do. Don't forget to click that subscribe button if you haven't already, and also give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't already, hop on the Discord, and I guarantee if you have made it this far into the series, you probably have already checked it out. But just for those who haven't, I highly recommend checking out the Discord. There's some pretty cool stuff that happens on there. And yeah, join the conversation. And as always, thanks for watching.
Let's go!